Alright, listen up. Before we get started, I just want to clarify that this video will not sound good or amazing at all. I'm still trying to work for good microphones and a good editing software, so if you want to see better quality content, please consider subscribing. What you should not do in your Geometry Dash levels. So let's just get started. First thing is let's see, this is a common mistake, limit your glow, because glow doesn't determine how well your level looks, okay? You're gonna really want to limit it to an amount where it's good, but it's not used too much, you know? Glow is not the standard for levels anymore. The standards are now just good colors, good combinations, good themes, which I will get to next, but yeah, so anyways, that's what you should not do. You should very limit your glow. You should not spam glow streaks everywhere, because that's not how you execute glow correctly. Also, last thing, make sure that it's not laggy too. Do is just to spam blocks and call it a day. You must have a good theme in order to execute a good level. If you don't have a good theme, then your level might suck because there's no main focus. It's just a bunch of blocks and a bunch of, I don't know what you call it. Eh, what? But yeah, you instead of just like putting a bunch of blocks everywhere, you can just do stuff like, oh, I'm gonna execute a fire theme, so then all my blocks will be fire leveled, or I could do like a city theme, or an era like the Renaissance or something like that. Just do something that can represent your level. That's way it will stand out more than just generic levels that have no theme whatsoever. Here's another idea. You should use good color combinations. For example, good color combinations would have those colors would have something in common, not just red and black or pink and black or purple and green. Oh no, those are horrible color combinations. But if you use something good, for example, maybe you could use like a red and yellow, red and orange, anything that's close and anywhere near it, so you can have a nice theme. Yeah, a good color combination can really make your level stand out. It can even maybe get it rated because it will stand out instead of just like doing like, oh, I'm gonna put red, purple, pink. You could mix those and then put them all in one level and it'll look perfect. I promise that's one way to get your level featured. Another thing you want to do is really Another thing you want to do is really improve your gameplay, because if your gameplay is horrible, then your level might be horrible because like it's not fun. It's just annoying and yeah. So you just want to make your gameplay as fun and enjoyable as possible, or else it might ruin the quality of your level. Uh, Tips like this is to just make sure there's not too much annoying timings. There's no spamming. Spamming is not recommended when you're trying to make fun gameplay, unless you're like doing a background boss, then sometimes it'll do good. Even if the song sounds spammy, just try to work your way around it instead of just spamming stuff. Um, that's really all I have to say. That's part. Just there's a bunch of other videos how to make sure how to improve your gameplay, so I recommend you go check those out. And yeah. Last thing, this especially comes in handy when you're trying to create a boss battle. Um, when you're trying to create a boss battle, you don't just play serious, look at the boss, think it's cool, then you search out how to build it, how to do a tutorial of it, and then boom, you build it and expect it for everyone to be all over it. No, that's just copy and pasting a boss, and you should not do that. You need to be more creative. You need to make a boss that's not similar to anyone's in any way. Well, it can be similar in some ways, but make it different enough so no one catches it to be too similar, if you know what I mean. Um, yeah. So basically, what I'm trying to say is just be original when you're trying to create a boss, and especially don't just place that the what's it called, the big beast on locked player X and Y, and then expect it for everyone to be expected to be a good boss, because those aren't good anymore. All right, all right, all right. So here's some tips on creating a good boss battle. First step is that you're gonna need to come up with a good design. Usually, you can take some inspiration from other creators, but you can't just take a big mosh pit. Just take all these bosses, then merge them all together, and boom, you got your own original boss. You gotta add some of your own originality, because we got bosses from Sirius and the Mayhem War and the I don't know how to pronounce it, but you probably don't know what that means. But I don't know how to pronounce it. Just forget I ever said that. But yeah, so you don't want to completely copy anyone's. So creating a good and original boss battle requires your own imagination and your own effort. Because creating a boss battle is not easy. You're gonna need to be consistent and you're gonna be creative about its move. You can't just have one single laser. Just keep attacking one single laser. Only if you do that in like more easier base levels, I guess. So the way to create a better boss battle is to just think of original attacks. Well, not original attacks, but attacks that vary a lot. Because having just a laser attack over and over and over, it's not fun. Have had vary attacks like maybe like you could have these fireballs just shoot out of your dragon face boss or whatever, or you could have a big explosion on your background boss. But what I'm trying to say here is try to be more original. Copy and pasting is never good unless you just for minor stuff. So yeah, that's basically some tips about creating a boss battle. Anyways, I'll next talk about block design, which is gonna be the longest one, I think. Alright, I'm gonna give you some tips for the block design. Now, the block design, as you can see here in the background, I'm trying to build a modern level. But the block design needs to vary in some way. You can't just have the same block design over and over and over. I mean, you can if you want, but different sections must have different block designs, is what I always say. But you don't have to. It really doesn't matter, but just make sure the block design varies. Because we're not gonna have the same thing over and over and over and over again. No, 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 no. We're gonna need variety. So just try to be original. Don't steal block designs. Try to come up with your own if it's similar, but you didn't. What I'm trying to say here is that you could take inspiration, but not too much inspiration to the point where it just looks like you're blatantly copy and pasting other people's block designs and calling it yours. Plagiarism, never a good thing. And so, block design, it's a hard topic to discuss since I am very limited with ideas, and this is an unscripted video because I don't have high qualityness like ever. I probably won't have up for a long time unless you hit that subscribe button. I mean, what? Um, yeah, so basically, what I'm trying to say here is, just try to make some good original block design. There is some videos that can help you with this. Like I said before, there's other videos that can help you with these steps. So as long as you don't blatantly just have just a blank block design, you should be good. Anyways, this is Dancing Placer. See you in the next one.